23 minutes now after the top of the hour.
After that exchange on The View yesterday, talking about the exchange that we kept watching over and over this morning, Donald Trump issued a statement, this time calling Barbara Walters a liar. Our next guest says ego is at the heart of the feud, not publicity. Joel Epstein's the author of the little book of Big Ego. Where do you see ego here? What is the telltale sign this isn't just two people looking to grow their shows and it's all about them?
Wow, it's a big question for big egos. Ego is all about how you respond when somebody talks to you. And we all have a little person in our ear that I call the information traffic cop. And when you hear something and it comes in your ear, the information traffic cop's job, and they're supposed to be on duty 24/7. Obviously, Donald Trump's was out to lunch, I think, when Rosie said her thing. But the information traffic cop is supposed to send the information to your brain so you can have a logical response, not to your ego where there's going to be positive or negative friction. Joel, that is actually what happened in this case.
Joel, you're an expert at egos, and it sounds as if you're coming down on the Donald and not so hard on Rosie.
Absolutely not. Here's what happened. It started, the way I see it, it started as Rosie making some statements about the Miss USA. Right. Then there was a point where she crossed the line and became what I would call mean and personally critical of Donald Trump. It was no longer about Miss USA. It wasn't about the woman or the rehab or anything. It got personal. And as soon as it did, she crossed the line. And in my book, when you cross the line and you start doing things like that, then you're acting like an ego monster when you're doing that.
Yeah, and actually, Donald and Rosie may be more similar than different because of this ego thing. But you say the best way to calm a big ego is to know where the finish line is, never return fire. Give him a cookie. In other words, be nice. That hasn't happened.
Exactly.
You're saying that Trump and Rosie basically have done none of these things.
Well, when they went to interview Donald Trump, 3 weeks ago when this thing started, he could have killed this in about 10 seconds by saying, oh, she didn't call me. I didn't even know she said that. I thought I did the right thing for Miss USA pageant and for the woman involved. I think Rosie's a good entertainer. No further comment.
Right.
And this thing is over. Well, his information traffic cop was on a 4-martini lunch, and he immediately returned fire. And, when you think about where the finish line is, that's how we all get in trouble. What's the finish line here? He's not business partners with Rosie. He's not married to Rosie. He doesn't have to interact with Rosie every single day. So really what she says shouldn't even matter to him. Number two, never return fire.
Right.
When you're dealing with an ego monster that's spewing nastiness in front of you, the worst thing you can ever do is give it back.
Well, there you go, Joel. I understand, and you're going through your notes again. Joel Epstein, the ego guy, author of the little book on the Big Ego. We thank you very much, sir, for joining us live today.
And we'll be right back.